Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, what's up around the world? My name is Dandi Azhar Ramadan. You can call me Dandi Azhar Ramadan. It's up to you. In this video, I will show you how to teach writing in a simple, in a fun and challenging way. So how? Don't waste your time. Let's get started. Okay guys, when you want to teach, you must have a lesson plan first. And there are three categories in the lesson plan. And the first is pre-activity, second while activity, and the last is post-activity. So in the pre-activity, you must introduce your material in the pre-activity. And so how you introduce your material, how the way you introduce the material with a unique way. Okay, I have the example of that. Let's check it out.
The first we got the material about descriptive text, and the theme is about animals. So common teacher maybe start the lesson with just say like, "Hi everyone, today we will learn about descriptive text and the theme is about animals." Okay, it's a good how to introduce your material as a teacher, but it's not a fun and challenging way. Come on, it's the oldest way. So I have it the example how to introduce our material become a better than that. Okay, why we not start the lesson with their last experience about our materials? In this video, the teacher asks to the student, "Whoever went to the zoo? There are a lot of animals in there, right? Or you have a pet in your house?" Okay, the teacher start with the simple question, some question about related with our materials. It makes our student more curious with like, "Yeah, ma'am, I ever went there," or "Yes, ma'am, there are a lot of animals," or maybe, "I have a cat, ma'am, in my house." So the differentiated between the first and the second is student will more active than the last one.
Okay guys, that is the example how the way we introduce our material with a challenging way. And so the next I will explain you about well activity. Okay. In the well activity, is a very important. This is a very important thing. This is a very important activity. I know the pre-activity and the post-activity is important, but for well activity is more important than. And okay, we can assume that the well activity is more important than the last two, because in this activity we put the student understanding, we put that is the purpose of our lesson, of our teach, or our learning process. So there's the reason why well activity is a very important thing. So I got the example of this. Let's get started.
Okay, now the next session is while activity. Okay, this is an important activity. Like I said before, the teacher shows about some example of descriptive text, for example about cat. Okay, and the teacher show it of the description about cat. The rule of descriptive text, because we learn about language, because the language not only about the pattern, but language is more about the creativity. After the teacher showing the example, the next activity is there's the example. Okay guys, after we watch the example, you can choose your favorite animals and describe it. Let your student choose their favorite animals, because one student and the other is a different favorite animals.
I will explain you about the post activity. Okay, in the post activity, when we want to talk about the post activity, we also talk about checking understanding of our student. So when after your student got or finish the main activity, as a teacher we must check their understanding. And the question is, but the question is how the way we check our student understanding in the fun and challenging way. Okay, it's very, so how, but don't worry about that. I have the example of that. So let's check it out.
Okay, for examples, I got it in some games like your student make a circle and you got a stick. The student give the stick to other student uh, in the circle. While the music on, your student must take and give the stick in the circle. The student who get the stick when the music stop will come front of the class and read aloud their work.
Oh guys, there is my explanation about lesson plan about pre-activity, while activity and post activity. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope it will helps you to make lesson plan more fun and challenging. So that is all for me. Last say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in the next video. Ciao.
Hi everyone. In this section, I will explain to you about the lesson plan, but in reading skills. The topic is about descriptive text with the theme facts. But before we go to the procedures in this lesson, I will explain you about the aims of this lesson plan. There are two aims in this lesson. The first is students would be able to define the descriptive text through the text. And then the second is students would be able to get the information about animals through the text. Okay? And in this lesson plan, I will use KWL strategy, and this lesson is tweetable for students in the second grade, and it's about 20 minutes. Okay, there are three procedures in this lesson plan. The first is pre-activity, the second is mid-activity, and the third is post-activity. In the pre-activity, there are 4 steps, and namely is brainstorming. The first step is the teachers ask the students a question that related to the topics or themes. In this lesson, the theme is pets. So the teachers give the questions. For example, do you have a pet? And then, what is the color of your pets? Or are your pets is have big body or small body? Like that. And the second step is the teachers create KWL charts in the blackboard, but the students also have to create the KWL charts with themselves in their paper and their books, like that. And the third step is the teachers ask the students about the topic, but about tell me everything you know. So the students must write everything that they know about pets in the key column. And then the fourth step is the teachers ask the students to write what the students want to learn, and that activity is recorded in W column. But the teacher must give the students motivation or stimulation so the students can come up with their ideas to write anything that they want to learn in W column. Okay, and then the next is the third step is the teacher asks the students to read the text, and then the fourth of the last step is the teacher asks the students to write what the students learn or the students get in column. So the students write anything that they have learned in column, and maybe it's related to what they want to learn. So the students write the information that they get or from the question that they want to learn. And this is the example of the reading stack. So we have to make the reading stacks so interesting. It can make the students enjoy the lesson, and then we can insert the pictures. For example, if the reading stack is about cats, so the picture is about cats too. Okay, and the next or the last procedure is post activity. In this post activity, there is a class discussion, and there are 3 steps in these procedures. The first is the students will present about their work in our column, and then the second step is the teachers give a feedback to the students about the question that the students cannot answer that. For example, if there is one group that cannot find the answer of they want to learn, students can give the answers. And the last or the third step is the teacher and the students discuss about the descriptive text and make a conclusion about the definition of descriptive text and generic structure of descriptive text. The aim of the lesson plan is should be what's it? Should be suitable with the activity. Okay, I think that's all for me. Bye.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about my lesson plan, and my lesson plan focus on grammar skill, and the topic is descriptive text. And I will tell you about 2 aims for my lesson plan. First, to improve the student ability by using adjective word when describing a noun or like animal, place or anything in descriptive text. 2. To develop the student skill of using simple present tense in descriptive text. Okay, next is age group. I focus on 12 years old, and the level is intermediate or junior high school, and the time that my lesson plan is work is 20 minutes. Okay, now I will tell you about 3 activity from my lesson plan. First is pre-activity. This activity first is teacher write in the whiteboard about adjective and explain the student about what is the adjective. And second, after that, after the teacher will explain the adjective, the teacher will explain to student about simple present tense that use adjective in descriptive text, and teacher give the example. The next I will explain to you about descriptive text. The next activity is main activity, and this time 6 minutes. First, the teacher will show some many words by using projector, and the student must find what is the adjective in that. Second, the teacher show the example of descriptive again, but the student must find the adjective in descriptive text. So to make sure the student understand or not about descriptive text and adjective. The next or the last activity is post activity. In this activity, 9 minutes. First activity is teacher will divide student into several groups, and after that teacher will give the topic about descriptive text, and for each groups the student must making descriptive text by own self. Okay, I will divide you into 2 groups. So from this activity, the student will understand, will easier to making descriptive text and to understand too about adjective text. And after that, the last activity, after students submit the assignment, teacher must correction about the maybe student error, because here we know student is when the student try to make descriptive text, I think there is some error for student. Okay, I think that's all from my explanation about my lesson plan. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum.